The Donda 2 artist recently chatted with right-wing radio broadcaster, Sandy Hook conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, and white nationalist political commentator Nick Fuentes, and had quite a lot to say. The performer, formerly known as Kanye West, lauded German dictator Adolf Hitler during the Infowars interview, offending not just the general public, but also his very dear friend, Jay-Z, or should we say, Kanye's now ex-friend. So, what exactly happened? And should Jay-Z be reacting the way that he is towards Kanye? Let's find out. In a long, rambling livestream with conspiracy theorist Alex Jones on Thursday, Kanye West expressed his love for Nazis and admiration for Adolf Hitler, igniting outrage. That's right.
Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler. How about that one?
West, now popularly known as Ye, made an extraordinary appearance on Jones' Infowars, where he rantingly discussed sin, pornography, and the devil while wearing a full-face black mask. And not just this, Kanye went as far as saying, "I like Hitler." Hearing this, the public went all in with their thoughts on Kanye supporting the individual responsible for mass genocide. Let's take a quick look at what the netizens think. One of the many Twitter users expressed, "Hey Twitter boy, at Elon Musk, allowing Hitler-loving Kanye West back on Twitter was a mistake. You have made a lot of mistakes damaging this platform. I hope you are smart enough to understand you are shooting yourself in your own foot. Kick Kanye Adolf West off TW for good." But where do Jay-Z's remarks fit in all of this, and what has he said about Ye's support for Adolf Hitler? Well, according to a recent tweet, it can be observed that Jay-Z was right all this time about Kanye not being let near a mic. According to Jay-Z, "Excuse me, Kanye, I'll let you continue," but while snatching the mic away from Kanye at an award show. Whereas the tweet itself said, "Jay-Z was right about Kanye West. Should never have let him near a mic. It was Damon Dash who pushed Kanye as a rapper. And you know who Damon's sister was. Stacey Dash, the original Candace Owens." West covered his face, yet there was no mistaking him despite the mask's lack of an eye or mouth hole. In their conversation, Jones referred to him as West. Infowars identified West as the interviewee, and at one point, Jones snatched West's phone and sent a tweet on his behalf that appeared in real time. Although West, who has declared he will run for U.S. president in 2024, has been upfront about his battles with mental illness, where his unpredictable conduct has persisted in raising suspicions. Following a slew of anti-Semitic remarks, the rapper-turned-businessman has also seen his commercial partnerships fall apart. However, West appeared unrepentant during his protracted participation on the Infowars webcast, eliciting astonished laughter and even dissent from the far-right host Jones. During his interview with Jones, Kanye went on to further add, "I see good things about Hitler also. This guy invented highways, invented the very microphone that I use as a musician. You can't say out loud that this person ever did anything good. And I'm done with that. I'm done with the classification. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler." However, Jones intervened, saying the Nazis were thugs and did incredibly awful things. But let's not forget that Jones is a serial provocateur who has been ordered to pay hundreds of millions of dollars in damages for calling one of America's deadliest school shootings a hoax. That being said, as was to be expected, West did not back down and insisted that the Nazis were not without merit and that we must stop constantly disparaging them. Kanye claims, "I love Nazis." Moving on, there's also been quite a rift that has been going on between Kanye and the brands after he made sure the world knew that his heart lies amidst Nazis and Hitler's regimes. After the star made anti-Semitic remarks, including a warning to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people using a misspelling allusion to U.S. military readiness, German sportswear firm Adidas cut off its lucrative partnership with West in October. West's relationships with the U.S. apparel brand Gap and the Parisian fashion house Balenciaga have also come to an end. And this did not just happen because West made comments on a live TV show. West went as far as wearing a shirt reading "White Lives Matter" during a Paris fashion show as a dig at the Black Lives Matter racial equality campaign. In addition to this, West made an appearance with Nick Fuentes on the Jones program, where the important thing to note here is that this is the same white supremacist with whom West dined with Donald Trump at the former president's Florida resort, a meeting that sparked an uproar. So, could this mean that it is Kanye West who is being controlled like a pawn, and not others such as Jay-Z, like Kanye claims? And because we are already into this conversation about Kanye and Jay-Z's friendship, which now might have taken a turn for the worst after the Donda artist made such horrific remarks about the genocide that the world still fears to recall, Jay-Z has indeed shown his distaste for where Kanye is headed in the past as well. That's right, after the release of 444, Jay-Z sat down for a new interview with rap raiders Elliott Wilson and Brian B. Miller to discuss his apparent conflict with Kanye, the elevator incident with Solange, and the backlash to his contentious song against Jews on the story of OJ. At his shortened St. Pablo tourist stop in Sacramento, Jay further acknowledged that Kanye's remarks had indeed offended him. According to Jay-Z, "You got hurt because this guy was talking about you on a stage, but what really hurt me, you can't bring my kid or my wife into it." We've gotten past bigger issues, but you brought my family into it, and now it's a problem with me. Amidst all of this, though, there are people out there who clearly want answers from Kanye West and why he thinks the way that he does regarding the man who not only approved of mass genocide, but went along with it himself, promoting a form of violence that the world shall always remember for as long as it exists. One of those many people is YouTuber Tim Pool, who insisted that Kanye elaborate on his claims about the Nazis in his podcast. However, as YouTuber Tim Pool probed Kanye West about his anti-Semitic sentiments, he left the interview. The Donda hitmaker reportedly said, "I just got to go to the heart of this anti-Semite accusation in response to the current media reaction over his anti-Semitic outbursts." Later, the rapper threatened to leave the set when Pool began contesting these opinions. During the on-air podcast, Kanye also stated, "I feel like it's a setup. I'm going to walk the FK off the show if I'm having to talk about. You can't say Jewish people did it when every sensible person knows that Jon Stewart knows what happened to me, and they took it too far." Tim Pool then added that he agreed with Ye that they have been incredibly unfair, which caused West to inquire as to the host's definition of them. Ye said, "We can't tell who they are," possibly alluding to his prior anti-Semitic remarks that Jews controlled the media. Pool emphasized, saying, "Corporate press, I don't use the word the same way you guys do, I suppose." But to escape the discomfort, Kanye later got up and left the podcast studio, inspiring Yiannopoulos and Fuentes to do the same. As the three walked away, Pool added, "He's gone. I'll say it right now, you guys want to bring that stuff up and then think we're not gonna have a conversation." Where everyone, including Kanye's now ex-wife Kim Kardashian, wants him to genuinely seek help and refrain from hurting the sentiments of so many people out there with his disgraceful remarks. Kanye still doesn't seem to feel any remorse. No, Jay-Z's resentment of where Kanye is headed, not even his dissolved marriage, is making Kanye think twice about his actions. He seems to be unaffected. You heard that right? Kanye West recently told a few paparazzi who had seen him traveling in a Maybach that he could not be controlled like other famous people. The rapper named additional well-known people in the interview and also said, "They can't control me. They can control Shaq, they can control Charles Barkley, they can control LeBron James, they can control Jay-Z and Beyonce, but they can't control me. You see, it ain't no name I won't name. It's up."
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me.
Honestly, it seems like there's no stopping Kanye now. That's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye.